Next, we have Brooke. Is Brooke here?
I didn't think y'all was gonna let me speak, okay? Reparations are not about redlining or gentrification. These are symptoms. The root cause is slavery. The harm to freedmen in New York City began with chattel slavery and wounds that remain open. Let's be clear. Puerto Ricans were enslaved by Spain, Jewish people were persecuted by Germany, and Caribbean nations were colonized by various European powers. But only Black Americans were enslaved on this soil by this government, and for centuries it was enshrined in law. Today, someone mentioned Haitians migrating after the revolution. What they didn't mention is that Black collaborators who sided with the French were being killed by the formerly enslaved in Haiti. Those who escaped fled with their white owners and lovers to Louisiana, where they owned plantations, enslaved people under a different legal system. That group owes reparations too. Yet we're constantly told to unify behind struggle narratives that erase ours. In 1951, Ricky Ricardo, a Hispanic man, was married to a white woman on national TV. Meanwhile, Black entertainers couldn't even use the same bathrooms as their white colleagues. In a 1963 article in the Negro Digest by Lennox, I think I got that name wrong, by Lennox, describes how West Indian immigrants were treated better and given more opportunities than foundational Black Americans. Some were even classified as white. He cited a Trinidadian who was given a home loan, then refused to rent to Black Americans, mirroring America's exclusion of the freedmen. The book Back of the Hiring Line by Roy Beck outlines how immigration surges over 200 years created a loose labor market, suppressing wages and blocking Black Americans from economic mobility. It highlights how immigration policies have widened the racial wealth gap. Even Frederick Douglass and Barbara Jordan supported tighter labor migration to protect Black workers. Now we hear talk of co-ops and housing opportunities, but as recent testimonies have shown, Black New Yorkers have already been displaced. So who are these co-ops for? They not restoring what was taken from the freedmen. To this commission, if you were truly interested in studying history, please hold a hearing presentation on how immigration has harmed foundational Black Americans. Too often, other groups benefit from our struggle, then move on while we remain stuck. I've watched y'all nonprofits spin y'all heels, reports